What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? Happy Memorial Day weekend if you celebrate Memorial Day. And hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Let us know in the comment section what you guys are doing to celebrate Memorial Day, celebrating our veterans, our service members, present and past and current as well. Let us know if you're barbecuing, who you're doing that with. Let us know if you are going out of town, who you're doing that with. Put that down in the comment section. And let's get going. Andrew, what's up, man? Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Faces in the building.
We're back for the week.
Back for the week for sure. Got a lot of topics to hit, lots of social stuff to talk about. My first social thing to talk about is the food, the portion size.
Portion size.
Portion sizes. I recently went to a restaurant. I will not name you unless you're sponsoring me. Since you're not, I will talk bad about you, just not name you. Anyhow, I went, I spent about $30 or so, got the kids some food, got myself some food. I mean, I spent probably maybe $15 on my meal. And I said, I wanted, a medium-sized burger. And they came in, they gave me a palm size. See my palm? I mean, this is tiny.
There's a such thing as a medium-sized burger?
No, there's a medium size. They're like, what size do you want? They asked me what size I wanted. I said medium. And of course, your burger's supposed to match your,
Okay.
They give you this big old cup to drink, but a tiny ass burger. I can't stand it. Stop European sizing us. I want food. I love food. I want to eat.
Maybe you choose the wrong restaurant. There's a lot of places that overload you with food.
Okay. I love food, but I'm particular where I get my food from. Not everything is okay for me to get not everywhere is okay for me to get my food from. The place rhyme with Schmirker King. But yeah, but I won't give you the name. So Schmirker King. Their food is tiny, man. I'm a big boy. I eat. So please give me my portions correctly. If I'm paying $15 to $20 for food, I need my food. I need all of it. Thank you. Thank you very much. But let's get into these topics. We got the NBA Conference Championships happening. We got the Hockey Conference Championships happening. We got women's basketball.
Yep, weekend, about 4 games, 5 games.
When I say women's basketball, Caitlin Clark conversation, not all of women's basketball, not all of the WNBA.
Las Vegas Aces, man, they're going to win the championship again. Right, go ahead.
Who's their competition? You don't know because you don't watch.
I do watch.
You watch WNBA frequently?
I like WNBA.
You do?
Dude, I used to go to the Miami Soul games back in the day. Miami Soul, Orlando Miracle.
Listen,
my dad always says if the Miracle win, it's a miracle.
you are in the minority. But let's get into it. We got
go ahead.
We got the Western Conference Championship, the Eastern Conference Championship in basketball. But before that, I had a conversation by myself in the last podcast. So hindsight, I'm looking back. Hindsight's 2020. Everything behind me, I can see clearly now. I thought Boston was going to have a tough matchup against the Indiana Pacers. I was wrong.
I think it has been a tough matchup. They
clearly
could have lost game 1, and they clearly could have lost game 3.
Clearly,
it's more about Indiana choking, I think.
No, clearly could have lost and not losing.
They did. You're right. They didn't lose. They didn't lose the game, but let's not make it sound like Boston's just steamrolling them through.
No, Boston's not steamrolling, but Boston's up 2-1. Correct?
Boston's up 3-0.
Okay, Boston's up 3-0. So I was wrong.
I mean, it's a wrap.
Listen. When you say a tough matchup, even though it's close and you end up squeaking it out, it's not so tough. Yeah, you battle, but you end up always putting it out there. So that makes my comment pretty much null and void for all intents and purposes. Because had it been a tougher matchup, it would have probably been 3-2 in the series instead of 3-0, right?
Yeah.
But it's not that way. It's 3-0. And you could take out that broom right now and just be like, "Hey, Indiana, Rick Carlisle."
I don't see the end. Lose.
Rick Carlisle had won a championship with Dirk, beat LeBron James, the almighty LeBron James, and Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat, the Heatles, as they call them.
Yeah.
He beat them with Dirk Nowitzki. So I was assuming, due to past championship experience, he would come in with a team that was prepared to do battle with the Boston Celtics. And so far, yeah, Tyree Halliburton didn't play yesterday.
No, they were up by 18 points. They played very well.
No. Halliburton didn't play, who's a star.
I understand that. The Pacers were up 18 points, I think it was.
Yeah, they played well, but you expect them to not play so well without their star. But they played decent, and they still ended up losing. So I thought, Indiana has the upper hand with their coaching, whereas Boston's coach, he's made it to the playoffs, he's made it to the championships, but hasn't won one yet. Mm-hmm. And I thought, coaching-wise, with Indiana having that advantage, that'd be the reason why the matchups would be tough.
Right.
But if Boston's up 3-0, yeah, it's tough when we're playing, but Boston always manages to pull away.
Except when they play the Heat.
Well, they taught the Heat a lesson this year, so.
Yeah, no Jimmy Butler, but that's another story.
Null and void. So yes. The Eastern Conference Championship,
done.
Done. It may be done sooner than later. Uh-huh. Whereas, the Western Conference Championship seems to be, it's 2-0
right now.
It's a matchup thing.
It's 2-0 Dallas. They went to Minnesota, won 2 straight games. Minnesota was undefeated in their throwback jerseys, which should be their primary jerseys. They should stop doing throwbacks. And they were undefeated in Boston, and then the Mavs came in and won both games on their court wearing those jerseys.
What people are saying is the Mavs have 2 closers in Luka and Kyrie.
Right.
And Kyrie was never, people always thought he could have been a 1, but he left the Cavaliers, went to Boston. Nothing much happened there. He left Boston, went to Brooklyn Nets. Nothing happened there. That actually was a disaster of a team for him to be on, and he was supposedly the leader. And now
he also got injured a lot, and then he had the COVID thing was going on, and he was.
There was a lot of misfortunes happening.
A lot of misfortunes
happening. And we didn't believe in him anymore as fans. But I believed in him as an individual player, but I didn't believe in him as a team leader. Uh-huh. So when he landed with the Mavericks, I thought that maybe they are good, maybe they're not good, maybe him and Luka fit, maybe they don't fit, But him and Luka, year 2, they're looking great together.
They sure are.
Kyrie's playing his position perfect, and Luka's doing what Luka does perfectly. And they're seasoned veterans, and they're showing that in the series. And the young legs in Minnesota, they're also feeling the pressure. It's like, oh, we got to win. But
they better win tonight.
They can do it. They might win tonight, but they don't match up well against this team.
Why don't they match up well?
Why don't they match up well? Kyrie's so twitchy. Mm-hmm. You guard Kyrie all game. I play defense. You have no legs for offense. You need somebody, a specialist that's like, Kyrie, I'm going to guard you. I don't care about the points. And Anthony Edwards being the guy to guard Kyrie doesn't quite work out well for the Timberwolves. Because now Anthony Edwards is exerting a lot of energy on defense. Kyrie has a deep, deep bag on offense. He can switch it with both hands in the air. He can go up there and just, make you look silly. What are you going to do?
Well, Rudy Gobert has been playing very good defense lately.
Rudy Gobert's a liability, seems like, in the series.
Do you think he's a liability? He's a big body.
No, he's a big body.
It's going to be hard to take the basket. He did go up to the top of the key to guard Luka during that last play in game 2, and Luka nailed that in his face.
They shaked him, they baked him, they had him on skates. Luka. That's what I'm talking about. He's a liability. You can't have him out there. They just don't match up well together. The Nuggets would have beaten the Dallas Mavericks, but the Timberwolves don't match up well with the Dallas Mavericks. It seems like the 2, Kyrie and Luka, they have their way. They make their own shots.
Do you feel like they can turn it around just the way? Because people were saying that about Denver Nuggets when Minnesota Timberwolves went into Denver and won game 1 and 2, and then went back to Minnesota. The people were saying that year was a wrap. Denver went on to win 3 straight games, and then Minnesota came back and won game 6 and 7. So I mean, could be. It's not technically over just because.
No, it's not impossible. It's been done.
Yeah.
LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
That happened.
Down 3-1. They came back and won that series.
They came back and won the championship. Not that series. It's the series, the championship. They came back. They won it.
It's true.
So yes,
best series of my life. That was awesome.
I believe in that, but the advantage that they had then is LeBron James is a veteran. He's a well-seasoned veteran.
Mm-hmm.
On the Timberwolves team, there isn't one guy that, besides Mike Conley, but he's not the reason why they win all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony Edwards is the reason why they win all the time. If they're winning, he drives that bus. He is like a point leader. He does a bunch of extra things to make them, to get them going. So if you don't have a seasoned veteran that's like the reason why you go, you tend to not pull those wins out that are necessary for you to get to the next stage. Because sometimes there's a will and a want. You got to have both of them together to drive this bus. And the Timberwolves bus right now, they lack the experience of a seasoned veteran.
Yeah. And
the young legs matchups is getting to their heads. And once you start getting inside a young dude's head, it's over. Yeah, they might win a game or two, but what are you gonna do?
We'll find out tonight. I think the obviously it's going to be a ruckus crowd there in Dallas, but I think Minnesota Timberwolves have clearly shown that they can win on the road, especially when they did that in Denver against the defending champions at the time. So it's going to be a fun matchup. I can't wait to watch that tonight. But I see Minnesota winning this game. I don't see them losing 3 straight games to the Dallas Mavericks. Because look, they hang in there with Dallas. I don't think they're superior over Minnesota. I think Minnesota just needs to find their groove, and they'll definitely get it back in. Take it to the basket more. Got to be more aggressive, and limit the amount of time the Mavericks get their offensive rebounds.
Well, I'll tell you this: there's sometimes when you've gotten in a team's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could win a game or two and make it competitive, but you just know that button to push to take it all the way home. So Dallas may just know that button to push in the Timberwolves to, hey guys, thanks for coming. Did you get your ticket for Cancun yet? Did you book your flight? Did you make sure you picked your seat on the flight? Did you want window or aisle? Did you pay for that? Because if you haven't, nice seeing you. Thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure, but away we go. So the Eastern and Western Conference Championships, if you looked at it, as both teams were coming in, you're thinking wow, there's no way the Timberwolves would be down 0-2 right now. There's no way, because they came in gangbusters. They beat the champion, last year's champion, and that's a telltale sign sometimes of, hey, watch out for those guys, watch out for this team. But right now, the Timberwolves are they're clinging, and if they don't win tonight, it's going to be difficult.
It's a wrap.
It's going to be difficult.
Definitely going to be a wrap. That's for sure.
The energy will be low for Game 4, and they will get swept, and and they would. I believe, for all intents and purposes, that they gone ahead and faced Boston, they probably would have beaten Boston, because their style of play is very physical.
Mm-hmm.
So Boston seems to me more finesse.
Yeah, they live and die by the 3-pointer. So either they're on that night or they're not. And right now they're on. They're playing. They're playing great, man.
Oh, that's cool. So what is going on in the world of hockey, Andrew?
Hockey. Well, right now, currently, the Panthers are playing the New York Rangers. It is 4-4, and if the Rangers lose this game, I am completely going to get blamed for it. I text my friend when the Rangers were up 4-2, and because they scored a shorthanded goal, and I was like, nuts. He doesn't like being texted during a hockey game. He loves the New York Rangers. So, and right now, since that text, the Panthers have scored twice. Tie it up. I will get blamed.
He believes in bad juju.
Oh, What sports fan doesn't? But boy, that's crazy. See, it's funny. I'm torn because the Panthers, team of my youth, growing up down there. My first ever hockey game was a Ranger Panther game at the old Miami Arena, and back in like '95, it was 95, and but New York, it's anyone who just you don't even have to like hockey. Just if you ever want to just experience a lot of just raw energy, go to Madison Square Garden, go see a Ranger game. It's the best. It's awesome.
Hockey, period, is an energy game. So fast.
It's very fast. Very fast.
But I love watching hockey live. A TV product doesn't do it justice.
No, I don't. I think football would be the only sport that kind of makes it injustice. Baseball's, could be very boring and on
Could
TV.
be. Understatement.
But going to baseball games is awesome.
Listen,
love it.
Baseball's tried.
Still my favorite sport to go to.
Side note: baseball is not what it used to be.
What did it used to be?
America's pastime.
Oh well, it's not America's pastime because they're old crotchety people that don't know how to like.
It used to be that, and hence I said.
I know what I'm saying. I said that's the reason why it's not. It's because the people who run it. They're just kind of. They don't know how to evolve like the NFL does.
They don't want to. It's not that they don't know. They don't want to. Baseball lives in the past.
They're too stubborn.
Uh-oh.
There's a difference.
Hence, you don't want to.
Too stubborn. Mm-hmm.
I believe they said Roku offered a baseball contract, $30 million for baseball games to be streamed on Roku.
Oh, man.
Baseball's not what it used to be.
Everything's getting billions of dollars.
Basketball's getting billions of dollars. Football's getting billions of dollars.
Billions. Crazy.
Well, I don't know much about hockey. I don't watch hockey. Period.
I root for cities. Look, you got Edmonton,
You root
Dallas.
for cities and jerseys.
Jerseys, more cities.
That
more
jersey look good on you. You're going to win. You're going to be good, says Andrew. And I say, no, it's not the jersey. It's the player and the jersey.
For the player. Put your own name on the back of the jersey. You can't trade the fan. Remember that. You can't trade the fan. Get your own number. Get your own name. You can't trade the fan.
No, you cannot trade the fan.
No.
But the jersey.
Forget buying jerseys with other people's names on it. They're there for what? 2-3 years, and you just drop $150 on a jersey.
Keep it.
Can't trade the fan.
Collector's item, baby.
Nah.
But
go ahead.
Maintaining with money.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on what's going on with Caitlin Clark right now in the WNBA?
Well, she's a rookie. She's been in the league for 4 or 5 games. She's struggling. I think they won their very first game the other night, and but they are, obviously there's still buzz and with her. It'd be interesting to see how long that's able to sustain over the course of this season, next year. Especially if the Indiana Fever have 2 really bad losing seasons, how much is that interest still going to be there?
Well,
what do you think?
Floyd Mayweather, people go see him lose. Because here's the thing, Caitlin Clark.
But he didn't lose.
No. Caitlin Clark, but he didn't lose. But people pay to go see him lose. Caitlin Clark has been praised as a darling. She's going to turn the WNBA around. They got chartered jets now to take them to games and whatnot. So, with race plays big into this. With the Caucasian female getting hailed so high, they're like, well, wait a minute. There's been African-American women that have been doing this, and they've been excellent at it, and we didn't give them this much attention.
Nope.
Why Caitlin Clark? Why now? So, people are going to go to games or, participate patronize the WNBA just to see Caitlin Clark do bad. That's going to happen. That's going to happen legit. There's people out there that are just like, yeah, Caitlin, you suck. People said ABC about you. No, you're not who they said you were. You're a bum. You're bottom of the barrel. They're going to say that, and then they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go watch and see how this bum performs. Win or lose.
After a while, it's going to be a novelty. It's not going to be that interesting if they keep losing.
No, I guess, no, definitely not. It's not going to be that interesting, but there's going to be a side of of the population is going to be like, I'm there to just watch her suck because they're not playing fair because we've had African American women just do just as good as Caitlin Clark.
I don't think the WNBA would care as long as people are showing up to their games because they don't really draw well.
No, they don't draw well because the audience, it's females playing basketball, but you don't see too many females in the basketball arenas. Your marketing is not working. There's women playing, but you don't see enough women there. Whereas in the NBA, there's a lot of dudes playing, and you see lots of dudes in the stands everywhere from top to bottom. So,
The league's also been around since 1946.
No, that's true, but market to your audience. And plus, no hate, females. The male game.
Don't worry, females. Your time's coming. It's fine.
The male game.
The NBA was on tape delay in the 80s, so let's not make, or 70s, or whatever it was. Don't make it sound like, your times. I mean, you've been in the league. So their first season was in 1997. So what are we almost at? We're almost at
97, 25 years.
Almost 25 years. Okay.
No, not almost.
Plenty of time.
Depends on what year.
Don't worry about it. The WNBA will eventually get. I remember I was in Atlanta and I went to go see the Atlanta Dream against the Washington Mystics. It was the Eastern Conference Finals. The Dream won, clinched the spot in the NBA Finals. Great crowd, man. It was an awesome time. I remember seeing one of my old favorite basketball players, Steve Smith from Miami Heat. He was sitting on the other side of the basketball court.
When you talk about Steve Smith, I'm thinking about football.
I know, from the Carolina Panthers. So I don't have a lot of Steve Smiths. He's Miami Heat basketball player. He used to play for the Hawks, and he was in the other. I remember seeing that. But no, look, WNBA. I know they're trying to ride the whole Caitlin Clark wave. The league's been around for 25 years. Eventually, I see the WNBA getting really popular. I really do. It's gonna be a big sport. You have to give it you're gonna have to give it a lot more time. Like I said, the NBA was around for almost 40 years, because if it was almost in the 50s, so yeah, you're almost talking 25, 26 years later after the NBA was in inception, they were still having tape delays on the NBA finals.
So let the WNBA.
So it's not that.
Let the WNBA cook. That's what Andrew's saying.
Exactly. It's going to cook and it's going to be big. I would say the next 10 years, the NBA is going to be real popular.
All right.
I think so. That's just me. I think it's going to be real popular.
I mean,
and it won't be just because of Caitlin Clark. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I watch it. So.
No, it's definitely gonna be for sure because you got skillful players.
Yeah.
The female game is more skill reliant than athleticism and flashiness.
I want to put a team here in Rochester, New York.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Well, we got some great Rochester, New York players. I went to school with one of the girls
that would be fun.
that was playing she went to University of Miami, and she ended up getting drafted into the WNBA, and she was playing. I went to high school with her.
Cool.
Her name is Shanice Johnson.
Dude, that'd be awesome. If I make a lot of money, I'm gonna go buy a WNBA team, put them right here in Rochester, New York.
Good for you.
Rochester, baby.
What would you call them?
The Rochester Crowns.
Oh.
I've given this some thought. You know why?
Because, the Royals.
Because they were the Royals. 1951 NBA champions beat the New York Knicks. 7 games.
I knew you were going to say that.
I
was in
Rochester.
my head.
That's a beautiful name. Rochester Crowns. Awesome. You can thank me later.
Thank me later. That's good, man. Can I own a percentage?
Hey, man, if this happens...
Before you get big, I like to own a percent.
Go for it. Go for it.
A non-speaking role.
You'll have access to unlimited popcorn every time you go to the game.
I don't care for popcorn.
Dude, the Panthers are going to score.
Throw that crap away.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm so going to get blamed for this game.
Go ahead. Go get blamed, man.
And they're on the power play too. So
speaking of power play, the NCAA and the
Big
players settled on their lawsuit. And they're talking about $2 billion.
$2 billion.
And that is money that's insane. They're talking about back pay for the players. They're talking about, but damn right, they deserve all of it because all these coaches have been getting fat. All these assistants have been getting fat.
Lots of money, and they leave. And they go from spot to spot, and they're talking about there's no loyalty for the players anymore. It's the coaches weren't loyal. They would play. They'd be there for 4 or 5 years and then bounce. You can call all these players, build this whole idea of this great program, then as soon as a bigger program comes along, lawyers them away, and then they're like, all right, see you later, business move.
I gotta do what's best for my
Let players do
family.
what they want, man. It's literally gonna become professional sports. It's gonna be the minor league of the NFL, which is how it's bad.
That's a good part. That's a good part. But the bad part is the sports that are not making any money. They get to excuse them out of they have section, what's it called, Title IX, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where there needs to be an equal amount of boys teams as there's girls teams,
right.
And some of those teams were funded by the teams that made money, and that's just going to go away. It's going to be capitalism all over college. Some of those teams that are not making money, they're not bringing in, they're not putting butts in seats. They're just going to have to, hey, you're not making money, you're not meeting the bottom line, you got to go. Right. And I mean, that's going to suck for people that genuinely, want to continue their collegiate career as an amateur. Well, you know what? I rethink that. They'll just form club teams. Mm. If you have an alumni that has some money that wants to see that club team survive, you donate some money. Mm. It's a tax write-off, sweet tax write-off. It's a nonprofit organization going on. Nobody's looking to make money; just looking to play for fun. Sure. So that's going to happen. But most teams are going to get cut, and the athletic pool is going to dwindle because football and basketball are the teams that are making money, and and the teams that are making money are going to continue to make money, and they're going to kick out the teams that are not. Mm-hmm. That's life. $2 billion. All the assistants that were getting fat, no more getting fat. The players got to get their paychecks too.
They're going to get a lot of money, man. Watch out for SMU. All this money that's flowing around SMU football in Dallas, Texas is going to blow up.
What's that running back's name? Eric Dickerson?
Eric Dickerson, man. Pony Express, that squad was... Yep. It's going to happen again, man. Watch out for them. That stadium's going to... What do they got? They did a bunch of renovations to a stadium, I think, or built one. I think it's at like 40,000, 50,000.
What division is SMU in?
What division? I think they just signed with the ACC, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a long ways, man. Sheesh. It's a money grab now, so you got to go with the conferences that they're getting good TV deals.
Yeah, exactly. Because they just want to get to a Power 5. This is how much money they have. When you become part of a Power 5 conference, you get a lot of the money.
A TV deal.
Yeah, right. I think they told the ACC, if you let us in your conference, you don't have to give us any of your money. Just let us in your conference.
Wow.
That's how much money this school has. I'm telling you right now. They don't even care about the TV meal. Get us in there. We'll get our players, and then we'll make our money when we get to the bowl games.
Well, really, all the teams in Texas have a lot of money.
They do.
Texas A&M.
They don't win championships, though.
They don't need to. They don't need to. There's a lot of money over there. And in the Texas area, there's lots of money. There's lots of boosters.
Huge.
So they got their own players. They could literally have their own league in Texas, their own conference in Texas.
You could, man. That would be a fun conference if it was just the Texas schools, the Longhorns versus the Aggies.
They could have dudes making $50 million in college.
Can you imagine that?
They can. Oh, that's crazy.
Something I know with the
NIL.
Yeah.
But pop culture, what's happening in the world? Puff Daddy and the family. There's still new allegations coming out. And apart from that, Joe Budden's ex-girlfriend Terry, was like, "Oh, it's ironic that you're talking about Puff. Remember what you used to do to me? And I used to beg you to, leave me alone." It's crazy. He used to, abuse her like crazy, throw her down the stairs, hit her, all that.
Who did this?
Joe Budden.
Ooh.
The Budden podcast. He's a changed man now, but back in those days.
Back in the day, huh?
He wasn't. Jeez. So Puff Daddy's not alone, and all the dirty laundry in celebrity world is coming out, and people are just, who's next? Everybody's probably shaking in their boots. If it's not the judicial system that gets you, it's the law of public opinion that gets you, the court of public opinion that gets you. Mm-hmm. So one way or the other, he will suffer. P. Diddy's suffering through suffering by losing sponsorships and partnerships.
He's gonna go to prison.
He may not go to
The
prison.
crazy thing is that you hear that of all the he has. I mean, it's common knowledge that he always, because he said he likes to record everything that goes on.
Yeah.
So there's all these tapes.
Oh boy,
It's gonna be interesting.
it won't look good for him. Golly,
Yeah.
you thought R. Kelly was bad.
Yeah,
Diddy will
this
be
could
locked
bad.
up
This
for
could be
multiple.
worse. Yeah, because Sean Combs is way more famous than R. Kelly was.
No, here's the thing, right? Hearing people say stuff versus seeing it live on TV,
Right.
on tape, it hits different. It hits completely different. And Puff Daddy, if they find these things on you,
Yep.
and they put it out, you don't ever have to go to jail, but you feel so alone in this world.
No, he won't feel alone.
No? Okay.
There'll always people will want to hang out with him just because he has money.
His kids.
Yeah, he's got the kids. People always say about him.
Here's the thing, though. He's going to lose his opportunity to make new money. Unless
What money was he making that was new?
he's making...
Oh, that's right, because he had some of the endorsements.
He has endorsements with album catalogs. Like Peloton plays his music and on their bikes when people are in their studios and stuff. So he's getting money from that. And licensing deals from the albums that he has, the catalogs that he has. He makes money off of that because, you know, Diddy's Bad Boy. He owns Bad Boy. And he has all those catalogs. He has Biggie's catalog. At one point in time, he had Mace, he had Deluxe, he has some of French Montana's, he has Black Rob, he has G-Dep, a bunch of artists. So all that money, once they pull, you know, the music from the shelves, he doesn't stand to make residual income anymore to that tune. Whereas like, oh, you have money and you have enough money to buy, what's it called? To buy trust. Or enough money to buy somebody off and be like, yeah, I can get away with enough money to buy yourself above the law to not be questioned.
Right.
Eventually that goes away because if your partnerships are not intact,
It's true.
the money's not coming in as it used to.
True.
So,
sure.
Diddy, my bad, man. Take that. Damn. You got anything to say about Diddy? Or
I could care less.
You could care less.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but
it is unfortunate.
There's a lot of people that when they get any kind of fame, and you know they get sucked in real quickly to go to a lot of these parties, and a lot of people do some bad things. A lot of people are impressed with it. They'll date you just because you're a celebrity or you have millions of dollars, and sometimes people need to realize that a lot of money is just a facade. And you're gonna have some crap relationship with somebody just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean they're gonna maybe provide for you on a physical realm, but on a
emotional
on an emotional realm, it's dangerous. It's not worth it.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship with an individual, how you get in on it determines how you treat them. If it was more of an emotional connection that you start off with, then they may, be there or not be there emotionally for you. But if it was more of like on a monetary connection, like, oh, you take care of me, you buy me this, you buy me that, then it doesn't work out so well for you because then emotionally they're going to treat you like crap. They're going to just, not care for you because they're like, oh, here, take some money, go shopping. Here, take some money, go take care of yourself. Here, take some money, go give your family members. And they know that in the past, that's fixed your arguments, that's fixed your misunderstandings. Instead of, paying attention to that person, treating them with kindness, and not getting to that level where, you could care less about them and knowing that money does not does not replace the emotional what's it called? The emotional interactions and the emotional bond that comes with it. That's my 2 cents on that subject. But today's episode, I thought it was great. If you're watching and you have anything to say about anything that we have spoken about today, leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll make sure to respond.
Absolutely.
For sure. Leave a comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate you very much. If there's anything that we do that connects with you, share with your closest and your bestest pals so you guys can have conversations whether you agree or disagree with us. It's okay. This is the real world. We're not always going to be on the same page. But for Fan Faces, I am Amadou. I maintain it. Amadou the Great. Send it out to the universe. Boomerang back to me.
I like
and
it.
to whoever's around me. Let's all be great together.
Awesome.
And Andrew.
Yes, sir.
19 Strings for the Harp. Go check it out.
Thank you.
If you haven't bought it yet, go buy it. I have a copy. And for Final Cuts Media, go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And for this episode of Fan Faces, go check it out on YouTube. Go check it out on TikTok. Yes, I could upload the whole episode on TikTok. So go check it out on TikTok. No, they won't steal your identity. But if they do, I wonder what the name Andrew Pender means in Chinese. You could have a Chinese counterpart there. So go check it out on TikTok. Leave a comment if you like the video, if you like the show, and share it with people. And also, that's pretty much it. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Go have fun, barbecue. We'll be doing the same as well. Well, I'll be doing the same. I don't know what Andrew's doing. But Fan Faces, barbecue. Well, you can buy some barbecue from Fan Faces. I'm outside, man.